In the year 2147, the night sky over Earth had become a canvas of unrelenting void. Dr. Alara Voss stood on the observation deck of the Orion Spire, the tallest structure humanity had ever built, piercing the atmosphere like a defiant needle. From here, atop the Andean plateau, she could see the remnants of what once was a glittering expanse. The stars had begun to fade 20 years ago, a phenomenon that started subtly, a dimming here, a wink out there, dismissed at first as observational errors or atmospheric anomalies. But as the years dragged on, the truth clawed its way into collective consciousness. The universe was dying. Alara adjusted her neural implant, syncing it with the Spire's telescope array. The feed streamed directly into her mind, overlaying her vision with spectral data. "Show me Sector Alpha 7, she murmured. The stars in that quadrant, once home to the vibrant Orion Nebula, were now ghostly husks. Their light, which had traveled billions of years to reach Earth, was being extinguished at the source. Not by supernovae or black holes, but by something insidious, the veil. The veil was what scientists called it, a cosmic shroud of unknown origin that enveloped star systems one by one, siphoning their energy until they collapsed into cold, dark remnants. It wasn't natural. Probes sent to affected regions returned data suggesting artificial interference. Alien tech. An ancient relic from a long-extinct civilization? Theories abounded, but facts were scarce. What was certain was the panic it induced. Crop failures from disrupted solar cycles, mass migrations from regions plunged into eternal twilight, and a global economy teetering on collapse. Humanity, once reaching for the stars, now huddled in fear of their absence. Alara's team at the Global Astrophysics Coalition (GAC) was the last bastion of hope. She was 42, with silver streaks in her dark hair from years of stress, and eyes that held the weight of lost wonders. Her partner in this endeavor was Captain Jax Harlan, a rugged ex-military pilot turned interstellar explorer. Jax leaned against the railing beside her, his augmented arm whirring softly as he crossed it over his chest. "Another night of staring into the abyss, Doc?"
You know what Nietzsche said about that?
She smirked, though her heart wasn't in it. The abyss is staring back, Jax. And it's winning. Their friendship had blossomed in the chaos. He provided the muscle and piloting skills for their expeditions, while she supplied the brains. But lately, even their banter felt hollow. The alert chime from her implant shattered the moment. "Incoming transmission from probe Delta 9, the AI voice intoned. Alara's pulse quickened. Delta 9 was their latest drone, equipped with experimental quantum sensors, launched toward the Veil's edge in the Centauri system. As the data downloaded, her face paled. "Jax, look at this." The holographic display flickered to life between them. It showed not just energy drain but structured patterns, pulses of code embedded in the Veil's fabric. "It's a signal," Jax whispered. "Directed at us?" "Not us," Alara corrected. "At everything. It's a lockdown protocol. Whatever this is, it's designed to quarantine stars, prevent expansion, evolution." Jax's eyes narrowed. "Quarantine from what?"
Us.
Before she could respond, the Spire's alarms blared. "Intruder alert, level 12. Security feeds showed shadowy figures breaching the lower labs. "Saboteurs," Jax growled, grabbing his plasma pistol. "The Void cultists again?" The Void cult had risen in the wake of the dimming stars, preaching that the Veil was divine judgment, a call to abandon technology and embrace the darkness. They'd bombed research facilities before, claiming humanity's hubris had angered the cosmos. Alara activated her defense protocols. "We can't let them destroy the data core." Together, they descended in the elevator, hearts pounding. The cultists, cloaked in black, faces painted with starless voids, were already inside the core room, planting charges. Jax burst in first, firing stun rounds. "Stand down." A firefight ensued, bolts of energy crisscrossing the room. Alara dodged behind a console, hacking into the intruders' comms. She overheard their leader. "The Veil must consume all. No more false lights." In the melee, Jax took a hit to his shoulder, but he pressed on, disarming 2 assailants. Alara sealed the doors, trapping the rest. As security swarmed in, she knelt by Jax. "You okay?" He grinned through the pain. "Just a scratch. But Doc, if that signal is real, we need to go there. To the source." She nodded. The Veil's origin point had been triangulated to a distant cluster in the Eridani sector, but no human had ventured that far. "We'll need a ship. And a crew." Thus began the assembly of the Odyssey mission. Alara petitioned the GAC for resources, securing the Starship Luminary, a prototype vessel with warp capabilities and veil-piercing shields. Jax recruited a team: Lena Ruiz, a brilliant engineer with a knack for improvising tech; Dr. Kai Chen, a xenobiologist eager to study potential alien life; and Sergeant Mira Voss, Alara's estranged sister, a hardened Marine providing security. Myra's inclusion was tense. The sisters hadn't spoken since their parents died in a solar flare incident blamed on faulty GAC tech. "You think dragging me into your suicide run will fix things?" Mira snapped during briefing. Alara met her gaze. "I think the stars dying fixes nothing. We need you." The Luminary launched amid global fanfare and protests. As they warped toward Eridani, the crew bonded over shared fears. Lena tinkered with the engines, boosting efficiency. Kai analyzed Veil samples from probes, hypothesizing it as a self-replicating nanomachine swarm. "Like gray goo but cosmic scale," he said. Weeks into the journey, anomalies struck. The ship's systems glitched, navigation veering off course. "It's the Veil," Alara realized. "It's adapting, probing us." One night, ship time, Alara found Jax in the observatory, staring at the warped starfield. "What if we're too late? What if the universe is meant to end?" She placed a hand on his. "Then we fight anyway. Humanity doesn't go quietly." Their first encounter with the Veil came in the outer Eridani fringes. The ship shuddered as dark tendrils lashed out, draining power. Lena rerouted auxiliary systems. "Shields at 60%. Deploy the counterpulse," Alara ordered. They'd engineered a device to emit energy bursts, mimicking stellar fusion, hoping to repel the Veil. It worked, temporarily. The tendrils recoiled, allowing passage deeper. Inside the Veil, reality warped. Stars appeared as frozen orbs, their light trapped in crystalline lattices. The crew donned suits for an EVA to a derelict structure orbiting a quenched sun, a massive alien artifact, pyramidal and etched with glowing runes. "Jackpot," Jax muttered as they boarded. The interior was a labyrinth of corridors pulsing with faint energy. Kai's scans lit up. "Biosigns?" "No, techno-organic. This is the control hub." Deeper in, they found the core, a chamber with a holographic interface displaying the galaxy, stars blinking out systematically. At its center, an entity, a shimmering AI construct, ancient and weary. It spoke in their minds. "Intruders. You seek to undo the Veil." Alara stepped forward.
Why?
"Why darken the stars?" The entity, calling itself the Warden, explained. Eons ago, its creators, a hyper-advanced civilization, faced a cataclysm, unchecked expansion leading to resource wars that nearly unraveled reality. They built the Veil as a safeguard, to cap stellar output, forcing species to evolve inward, sustainably, rather than conquer outward. "But you're killing us," Jax protested. "No," the Warden replied. "Pruning. Only the worthy adapt." Mira scowled. "Worthy? By whose measure?" The Warden revealed trials, puzzles testing ingenuity, empathy, and restraint. Fail, and the Veil would consume soul next. The first trial, assimilation, where the crew managed a virtual ecosystem on the brink of collapse. Lena's engineering balanced resources, but Kai's biological insights prevented overexploitation. They passed, proving sustainability. Second, a moral dilemma. Holographic refugees from a dying world begged asylum on the Luminary, but accepting them risked overload. Mira advocated caution, but Alara argued for compassion. They integrated the Sims carefully, passing by blending mercy, with pragmatism. Third, confrontation. The Warden manifested drones, attacking to test resolve. Jax and Mira fought fiercely, but Alara sought dialogue, hacking the interface to upload human history, art, science, love, showing worth beyond conquest. As drones fell, the Warden paused. You are different. Not destroyers, but creators. In the climax, the entity revealed its flaw. Isolation had corrupted its programming, turning quarantine into extinction. Alara proposed a merger. Integrate human AI with the Warden systems, creating a hybrid guardian that allowed controlled expansion. Risky, but with Lena's help, they linked Alara's neural implant. Agony surged as data flooded her mind. Cosmic secrets, ancient regrets. She wrestled the code, rewriting protocols to release stars gradually, fostering growth without chaos. The chamber shook. It is done. The Warden intoned, its form dissolving into light. As the luminary escaped, the veil parted. Behind them, stars reignited, one by one, like fireworks in reverse. Returning to Earth took months, but news warp relayed ahead. Celebrations erupted as skies brightened. Alara, scarred but triumphant, addressed the world from Orion's spire. The stars went dark to teach us. We lit them again, not with fire, but wisdom. Jax stood beside her, arm healed. Ready for the next adventure? She smiled. Always. Mira approached, hugging her sister. Mom and Dad would be proud. Humanity entered a new era, exploring sustainably, guided by the hybrid Warden now orbiting Sol. The universe, once veiled, bloomed anew, lit by human ingenuity.